do a photo shoot with you. James, are you snapping your fingers at a rooster? Do you see what I put up with every day? Okay. Girlfriend, you ready for a big adventure? Oh, sister, what are we doing, girl? Girlfriend, say everybody that we're gonna try out the barn, because I'm eating everything. I'm being a goat. I need to be with goats and playing and hanging out with Cochise. And at this time, I think we're going to attempt to go to 3 bottles a day and really push on some food and hay situation. Hey, girl, it's time to be a goat. Time to be, hey, girl, you're my baby. Hey, sister. Oh, don't act so pitiful. So pitiful. So pitiful. Well, it's a little bit lonely down here without my girlfriend, but it was time to try to make the transition. So I'm just gonna, I don't know how this video is gonna turn out, but we're gonna try tonight. I've gone ahead and given her her evening bottle. She's been playing, so she really doesn't need anything for the rest of the night. She'd be done. But she's been, you know, butting heads and doing all sorts of things and playing, and she's eating everything in sight, which means she should be able to really consume things like her hay and grass and her feed and different things like that. So I just felt like she was sort of ready. And so what I'm doing is I put her in her little kennel. It's not that little, but her kennel that she is here at the house. And I put it into the stall. Cochise was immediately checking it out, and so were the goats. That's a good thing. And he was not aggressive. Cochise is like, hey, it's another babe for me to watch, okay? I got you, mama. You know, he's so wonderful. But she's next to the stall with Enoli. She's not crying or anything like that. She did a little bit at first, but she's fine. She's sort of like, what's going on? Oh, And I let Cochise go in the stall. So she was in her kennel, and he circled around a couple times, and he's sniffing her up and down. And finally, he came out and just laid down. So I pulled the stall and locked it. So she's in her kennel, in a secured stall. So we're going to see how the evening goes. We'll check on her. And first thing in the morning, we will definitely know how to proceed forward from there. We may do this for a couple of days. Like I may let her out where I can monitor and then put her back in, because she's got to completely acclimate. Girlfriend. All right, girlfriends. I'm calling everybody girlfriend now. Everybody's girlfriend. Girlfriend. Everything's a girlfriend. I'm a girlfriend. You're a girlfriend. He's a girlfriend. I'm calling everybody girlfriend. We're taking ourselves up to the barn quickly and in our pajamas, because that's what we do to feed little girlfriend. We didn't have any trouble last night that I could tell. Just got in the car, turned off the news. Turn off the news. Just makes you mad. That's all it does. get a daily update of what in the heck's going on and keep your pantry as stocked as full as you can, honey. I'm serious. And do your due diligence, but turn that stuff off. Anyway, we're gonna go feed the baby. Let's see how she did. We went by there last night and no problems, and it's been a quiet night, so let's see. There goes my black cat. There goes my black cat. Gunagay. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. We have this rogue black cat. Could be a neighbor's cat somewhere. We don't know who. That I've shown before. He just ran out of the garden. I wish I'd have got that on film. You know what he's doing. He's hunting little rabbits, little G-stew. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just drive up here. I mean, there's not really too many things I can hit in my car here. I can hit a tree, but it's kind of over there. I think I'm okay to drive up my driveway. So we're gonna feed her. I normally feed her around 7 or 8 in the morning, then, you know, lunchish time, you know, dinner time, and then or late afternoon into dinner, and then I was giving her nightcaps. So I'm gonna cut back on the nightcaps. And I gave her hay and feed yesterday, and she was nibbling on the hay. The feed, she's just like, kind of like, what's this? It's kind of like, you know, remember when you were, I'm sort of surprised by this really, but I kind of felt like when I was like 6 and my mama told me I couldn't have Cocoa Pebbles anymore for breakfast. I have to eat oatmeal. Why couldn't it have been, you know, biscuits and gravy every morning? Now that I would have done because Granny taught me well. But remember when we had Cocoa Pebbles and life was so good and we would read the boxes and Saturday morning was the bomb diggity? Y'all, I miss those days. Are you guarding the new baby? Cochise, we have to talk about spa day. Your face looks glorious, darling. You're beautiful. What's going on underneath there? I hear you, baby. Hey, girlfriend. Are you okay? It's time to let you out, girl. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to remove the cage. I think we're okay. I think we are. You ready for your baba? Hi, Enoli. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Taking you with me. I know we're bouncing around a little bit, but it's my last chore. Got to feed the cows. Again, normally I feed them first, but see, now I've been knocked off of my routine a little bit because now I'm feeding baby up in the barn. So I chose to do all the foods and waters and Enoli. And of course, Miss Betty White needed extra attention for a second. So the cows got fresh water and their hay thrown out before they got their feed. They're chill, so that's okay. But long story short, she took the bottle. I brought her out of her cage. She's been bouncing around for at least 30 minutes, and I'm gonna put her back. Here's why. Here's why. Okay, morning's gone great. She's doing great, but the reason I'm putting her back in the little kennel inside the stall is because I don't have the gate fortified to where she can't stick her head completely through. She's still very small, and she's one of these little goats. It's very curious, and she likes to stick her head out in things like the wrought iron table at the house and different things like that. So we would always be very watchful of her or supervise her, or we would just put her up because we didn't want her to get strangled. And the reason that happens is because, well, they're curious. And she doesn't have a mama or anybody in there to guide her. So it's up to me to make sure that doesn't happen, or at least do the best I can. This is why we bought this type of fencing. Because even though that's never happened here, a horn can get caught in this. A horn can get caught in anything. So, but long story short, this is why I wanted the smaller fencing, and I'd even go smaller if I could even afford that. But you know, a couple years ago, Nicholas went out. We had a mama and some babies new. I mean, they were not tiny. They were about her age, and one of the doelings had stuck her head, actually not even through the fencing. The gate, she got it wedged from the gate to the pole. There was like that much of a gap. I'm not joking. And he came running in, and actually we weren't home. I just made that up. We were not home. He called on the phone, and he was panicking, and he was trying to save this baby goat, and he didn't. And it was very traumatic for my son. And these things happen, and these things happen to everybody, and they happen to strange things and good things, and in weird places where where you've done everything you can and something happens, okay? But my point is I know that that's a harsh reality. And so since I know she's curious, and since I know I don't have things exactly how I want them, we'll change that today, or we're going to end up moving her to the kennel. Probably going to move her to the kennel where Enoli was. She can't really stick her head in anything over there, and she's closer to the goats. We might do some of that. And, you know, it's just making sure that they're safeguarded while you're not home. It's just doing your due diligence. If something happens and you didn't know, you truly gave your best and you didn't know, well, then that's just life experience. But if you know these things can happen, and you've seen it in real life, and you don't try to prevent it, well, if it happens, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to live with that, because I know better. My tuition's way too high these days, but my intuition is right. Look how nosy you are. See, we put these up here when she was born with her mama, because we thought the mama would keep her in the back, and we didn't want the little couple of day old baby coming up here. So we put this here, and we just left it because we've had nothing in the stall. And see what I'm talking about? Get down, sister girlfriend. We're going to have to change this today. Honey, you look like Halloween. You're just a little Halloweener. Cochise, you're doing an awesome job. So see what I mean? So not an exciting video, just a transition. These transitions have to happen, and these safeguards have to happen. I'm going backwards now, down the driveway. I've got to run a couple of errands this morning, so I want to let the chickens out. And then, see, I've got to head out for a couple of hours, so I'll be back by lunch. But my point is while I know I cannot be there 100%, or she's 100% safe, I've done what I needed to do in order to make sure she is until I get back. And this evening, James is home, and we can accommodate and change or whatever we need to do, because clearly that needs to happen. So she's fine. She's good. Cochise is loving on her and taking her in. She's loving on it. Everything's going to be all right. Just slow and steady wins the race. And you have to take every precaution. It's just like having your own kid. You just can't helicopter them enough, especially anymore. All right, guys. Time for coffee and hit the chickens and hitting the road. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.